Ted Wall was a dual threat at quarterback for the Jackrabbits from 1985 to '88 and set a dozen school records along the way. The Jamestown, North Dakota native led the North Central Conference in total offense in 1986, establishing a school record that would last for 30 years. In fact, Wall was the exception to the rule for Division II quarterbacks here at SDSU. He's the only one to ever record 1,000 rushing yards over his career. He finished his playing days in 1988, earning NCC Most Valuable Back honors as a senior. He wrapped up his time in yellow and blue with 6 career school records, 4 single-season marks, and he also established single-game records with 32 completions and 439 yards of total offense. Wall's name remains prominent in the Jackrabbit record books. He currently ranks 3rd in career total offense, 4th in career passing yards, and 5th in career passing touchdowns.
Wow. Thank you to the Hall of Fame committee for allowing me to be a part of this group today. It is special. Sometimes don't understand why you get into these things, but when I got the call a couple months ago, I forget who it was, and I asked some questions about it, and they said, yeah, you'll have a minute or two to say some things. And, like, it's a little bit longer than that, but I've had an opportunity to think over the last couple months about this, and just appreciate my family, a good friend, and my 2 kids are here to enjoy this with me. And then some of my old teammates, it's either Dan and Sonic and Dan Dutcher over here, and there's a few others hopefully I'll get to chat with today, Kevin Hofer. I haven't seen these guys in a long time, and my being 18 years old and coming here from North Dakota, it's the same town, Jamestown to Brookings. You can interchange them, except you have a much bigger university here, and of course I fell in love with being a Jackrabbit. And my story is I was kind of forced to come here. My head coach, Wayne Hensel, late Wayne Hensel, came up to recruit me up in Jamestown, and we had a big plate of donuts, and I think Wayne had 11 of the 12 donuts on there. So I told this story back when he had his retirement party a number of years ago, about 20 years ago, and I always gave him a hard time about that, but he is missed. I enjoyed having him as a coach. I enjoyed all my coaches, and I'd like to say thank you to my teammates. Along the way, I got an opportunity to play with some tremendous athletes on the football field, as well as get to know the athletes on the other teams, the volleyball teams and the wrestling team. I used to go in and work out with the wrestling and wrestle with some of the guys just to have fun and wrestle, and I was glad I stuck to football. God, wrestlers are some tough dudes. But for work study, we had to put together the mats for them. We had to pull up the bleachers for Frost Arena, and those are some of the things that I remember doing with my teammates, and it was just a good memory for me. I do it all, of course, now look at your facilities. We can start over and do it again with these facilities, but I appreciate the opportunity I got to play football, the scholarship that was provided for me. It allowed me to go to school and get an education and, of course, meet athletes, and it took me beyond college as well. I played football in Italy, played in Canada for a couple seasons, and so it really opened a lot of doors for me. So I thank South Dakota State for all of that, and there's a lot of stories I could tell you and be here all day, but I just remember the quality group of teammates I had on and off the field here, and I don't remember being in trouble or having any kind of issues with that. And I just look back and thank God, like, we just had some good young men and women from the other sports teams that we would hang out and do things together, and how it formed me. And I want to be a role model for younger athletes, and of course for my kids and stuff. My late wife passed away from cancer a number of years ago. She's an SDSU grad, so we're Jackrabbits, and we were blessed with 2 great kids. And I'd just like to introduce, I got a good buddy. He's a Bison fan, by the way. We're from North Dakota, but he has been my buddy since 7th grade, and he's down here. So thanks, Mike, for making the trip down here. In fact, I married him and his wife, I married them on September 12th, 2015. So they asked me to do the service, so I did for them. So thank you for being here. And of course, I got 6 brothers. I grew up with 6 brothers, no sisters. So it's nothing like 16, but, and don't say you poor mom, because she's just fine. She held her own on there. So, but I do have 3 of my brothers here. So Craig and his wife, Ann, thanks for being here. Steve and Mary Pat, Warren and Christine, thank you guys. This is emotional stuff for me. Been lost 2 brothers the last number of years. Our mom and dad are gone. And of course, lost my wife a few years ago, and we were blessed with 2 great kids. And I love them to death. And they're there, Ryder and Carmen. I love you guys. So, just let's get a win for the Jackrabbits today. Coach Stiegelmeyer, you've been fantastic. He was a rookie DB coach my senior year. And he didn't play college football. And he just made an impact on us, and look what he's gone on to do to this day. So he's an incredible man. I don't know how South Dakota State does it by bringing in people like this, but hopefully they'll always continue to do that and be a Jackrabbit, and I'll be a supporter of them forever. So thank you all. Thank you, the committee, and enjoy your day here.